Hello tarot friends, it's Isabel here. I hope everyone's doing well. I've come on because I've had a Kickstarter come in. I think it was last weekend or the weekend before, can't remember. Must be last weekend. Anyway, I've had a Kickstarter come in and I wanted to share my opening of that with you. I've unboxed it, but I haven't looked through everything properly yet or opened the deck. So I thought I'd come on to do that. But I wanted to share with you sort of the collection I've got that this fits into. So the deck that came in that I backed on Kickstarter was The Secret of Wand Wood by Phil and Jacqui Lovesey, whose website is Matlock the Hare. So just turned the light on to make the lighting better. So Phil and Jacqui Lovesey are based in the UK. In fact, they're based in not that far from me to a certain extent. I mean, within a couple of hours. I first came across them when I backed my first Kickstarter. I'm just going to move this little pile out of the way so I can show you. So I first came across them sort of, I think it must have been mid to late 2020, early on in my journey with decks, with videos, that sort of thing. And they had a Kickstarter for a playing card deck that looked very intriguing, and I decided to back it, and it was the 4 Covens playing cards. Now what you have with Phil and Jacqui is that they have written books and created a world, and all their decks and their things come within that. So their books there's a series of books based around a character called Matlock the Hare, and a lot of their decks are based in the area of Winchett Dale. So it's all sort of, you know, imagination, it's all fictional, but it is fantastic. And I just love the fact that there's this whole kind of story around everything. I have to admit, I'm yet to read the books, but that is on my to-do list. So anyway, I backed this playing card deck last year, and I was really impressed with both the campaign and the quality of what I got. And I've basically followed them pretty much since then and bought a few different things off them. So the playing cards, these are the 4 Covens playing cards, which also act as a game. And it comes with the deck and the guidebook. So that was sort of the first thing I got. And they also came... I got this lovely reading cloth as part of that campaign. I don't tend to use it regularly because it kind of fits with that deck. The reason the way it is because there's a game you can play as well that they've created that uses this layout. But it's a beautiful little cloth. It's nice because it's quite small, so it's quite useful if you just want a small one. And it's kind of like velvety, so that's really lovely feel. So that was the playing cards, and as I say, I think what I'll do is tell you about some of the things I've got, and then if I haven't already got walkthroughs on my channel, I will do some walkthroughs and either add them to the end of this video or put them in separate videos. So having got that, and became more intrigued by their decks and their community. The first oracle deck that they have is the Arboridium, which kind of links into the Matlock the Hare. And I've been watching it and I hadn't got round to buying it, and it's sort of been in my Etsy basket for quite a long time. Meanwhile, they then brought out one of their decks was being released in a pocket size. So the next decks they created was called the White Hare Wisdom deck. Now I signed up for their newsletter, and then I think it was through an Instagram campaign I was really lucky to be chosen to get a copy of this in a giveaway. So they have this in a pocket size and a large size, and I think I've referred to it both in my mini deck video and another one. So this is a lovely little deck that came with the pouch. I didn't have to pay extra. So the pouch has representations of cards on it that are in the pack, and it is really literally a very small, when you look it's like the same size if not smaller than the playing cards. It's a lovely, I love this little deck because you can really layer it up well with readings. It's a really, because it's small as well, it's a good one for travel and that sort of thing. So this is the White Hare Wisdom Oracle deck, and it comes with a really lovely guidebook. Now, the thing about the guidebooks and the thing about what Phil and Jacqui do is that they aren't just, oh, here's a meaning. In the For Covens guidebook, it's poetry and it's a whole story. So there's this whole world that they've created. There's a language. It's absolutely fantastic. And the cards have really lovely meanings on them. The White Hare Wisdom is divided into elements, and it also has pagan festival cards. And when I won that, I also noticed that they were bringing out some League of Lid-Curving Witchery moon cards. And I'd been looking for some for my altar space, well, my card space on my desk. So I decided to pick these up, and they were very kind, because when I won this, I messaged them and said, look, I want to buy these as well. So if I buy them through your Etsy shop, could you just put them in the same package? Which they did, which was fantastic. And that's one of the reasons I do like them as well. Not only are they a creator based in the UK, but I also know that they're the kind of creator you can interact with, and they'll do something like posting things in one package. So then these are a series of moon cards. So on one side, so you've got the introductory card, you have the moon, and then on the other side you have the intention. So again, I will look through those in a minute, but I bought those as well. And I've become a little bit, you know, I really I follow them on, as I say, on Instagram. So when I saw that they were bringing out a new Oracle deck, I was really tempted. Just to add, I also backed on Kickstarter, they had a Matlock the Hare calendar for 2022, which came with a lunar calendar, which I have as a reference guide beside me. And this has like scenes from the cards or from the stories in it. It has a little quote and it has a calendar. I kind of use it decoratively. I don't use it, I don't write anything in it, but it has some really beautiful pictures in. And again, the campaign was brilliant. You know, it finished, the product was sent really quickly, and it was felt like a lot of care had been taken. So when they announced they were doing a new Kickstarter, I was on it. I decided I'd followed the cards that they were creating online, and I felt like it was really something that I wanted to back, and because I also know how good their campaigns are from a sort of, you know, as creators, the campaigns. And if I say that the campaign for this particular deck ran at the start of this year, finished at the end of February, and I have my deck before the end of March, it kind of gives you an idea of how organized they are. I think that they don't really start their campaigns until they've got everything set, unlike some creators who start a campaign and they're still creating stuff. They create them and then do the campaign. And the thing is, I think that it's one of those, they're going to sell them anyway as part of their shop. But also, the thing about the cards is they are all watercolor paintings in this magical world by Jacqui. And so if you're interested, she often posted on their Instagram pictures of the process of the cards. So what I have here is what came in the Kickstarter package. I opted for a slightly higher level, so that included a couple of extras, and there were a couple of stretch goals that were met, and also there was an add-on which I went for. So what I thought I'd do is share this with you now. So I've just changed the lighting a little bit, so hopefully this won't create too much of a glare, but I did realise that it was getting a bit dark. So this is the Kickstarter package I've just got off Phil and Jacqui for the Secrets of Onewood Oracle deck. So this was described as an enchanting 44 card, large-sized Oracle deck with a full colour guidebook. And their guidebooks are, you know, you can read them as a story, really. It's a magical odyssey, described on Kickstarter as a magical odyssey, allowing you to explore and unlock a place both within and without that you'll never want to leave. And it's talking about you venture deep into the woodland of Winchett Dale, which is part of the Matlock the Hare stories. It's where Matlock the Hare lives. And he sort of is going to help you unlock the wisdom in the woods. So there'll be calming moments of, it says on the Facebooks there, sorry, not on Facebook, on Kickstarter, calming moments of strength, peace and mindfulness. So it's, you know, using nature's magic to chime with intuition to unlock inner wisdom. It was a 44 card deck, and then I believe one of the stretch goals was to add an extra card. So I think it might be 45 cards now. So let's also, there was just to say there was an add-on, and having had success with the pocket version of the White Hare Wisdom, they have actually brought out a pocket version of the Arboridium. And I think I said before that the Arboridium is the deck that I hadn't got, and having enjoyed the pocket version of the White Hare Wisdom, I added that on. So I have these to show you. So let's have a look at what we've got. I'm just going to shift it. Oh, this was how it was packed, beautifully packaged. So I went for a slightly higher level. So the higher level came with a reading mat and a notebook and a couple of other bits. This is a beer mat that's one of the stretch goals. So it's got this gorgeous creature on. Look, and the teapot. The faces on the trees at the back. I hope you can see them. And then this gorgeous Matlock the Hare, it says here. And I think that this is the design that's on the front of the box as well, from the pictures. They've done this before where you get like these beer mats. I haven't got a place for them at the moment, but they're really cute. I really like them. So that's really cool. You can see the key hanging up there. So that was one of the stretch goals. So that's really sweet. Let's have a look. So I'm just going to lift this off here because there's some other bits under here. So this is really sweet. This is a talisman card. So again, this was a stretch goal. So it's got a key on the back. It's a really thick card, this one. So you can carry it in your pocket in a purse or something, or use it as a bookmark or something like that. So, and it just says believe, which I think is really sweet. It's got this house surrounded by water here. A little bit of smoke coming out. Hopefully you can see that and there's no glare. So that was another one of the stretch goals. Here's a little thank you card. So this is definitely one of the characters within the Secrets of One Wood deck. I remember that. It says most crumlush thanks. So this is where they're the League of Lid-Curving Witchery and Matlock the Hare language comes in, which is really cool. And it's been signed on the back as well. So that's really sweet. This is just a sort of marketing card. I've had one of these before. This is Matlock the Hare. They have things like Bickle sprites and stuff as part of that, and she does all lovely stuff you can get, and it talks about what they've got. So you can just, I'm going to hold that there for a second. You can see all the different social media, which I'll try and remember to also put them in the description. They do have a shop on Etsy. Now I believe that these and the reading cloth and this little notebook, these are the things that were extra in the level of reward I got. So I went for a level which just had a little bit extra. So this is a little A6 notebook. So it's kind of got secrets. So it's, again, you can just put, it's got the same key on the back, and it's got some pages. They're really nice as well. They're quite thick, but they are matte. They're not shiny. So that's really sweet. That's going to be nice to use for something. So that's cute. Because this is an art print. So the holly and the oak. I've just knocked the camera. Sorry. Can you see that? Okay. Just aware of the glare. So you've got this gorgeous, got this lantern here, the padlock on, and a candle in there. And the faces on the trees as well. So that's an A5 art print, which is part of this level. And then this, which unfortunately the top edge has got caught slightly. This is a one of the stretch goals as well, if I remember rightly. So this is one of the so the stretch goals they did, I think, were the beer mat, an extra card, and I think this, I'm just just double checking online what the stretch goals were. Yeah, so this was the beer mat was the first stretch goal, then this was the second one, and then the talisman, and there's a bonus card. So this is a map of Wand Wood. So you've got Matlock's cottage here. So this is areas called, this is their imaginary world called Winchett Dale, and you can see the detail on this map. So you've got like little creatures. I'm not sure if it's focusing, and the shadows are not helping, are they? And look, Fru Frastop. So that's really sweet. I really like that. It might, you know, you could use that, you could do a study, or I could get the books and put that in. And then because I'd like this reading mat so much, I chose to get the level with the reading mat. So I'm going to take this one out from the playing cards, and this, I'm going to. So this is the reading mat from this. So wow, so this is a rectangle, upright rectangle. So I daren't zoom out because my desk is such a mess. Let me just zoom out to show you the mat. So the mat basically is the front of the deck. So you've got this beautiful purple with the moon, and then you've got the front, this same as was on the beer mat. So this is more a sort of rectangular portrait as opposed to landscape. Oh, it's one of those touchy feet. I'm just going to sit here and stroke this. So that's really lovely. I really like that. Just doesn't quite fit on my table, but that's because I'm filming this on a desk by a computer, which probably wasn't the best plan. Let's just zoom back in a bit so that I can show you some more. So I'm just going to tuck the trees under and then leave this here. Oh, look at that. So cute. Just see, look what I've just noticed. You see these, so this I think is, if I'm right, is a Bickle Sprite. Phil and Jacqui make these at certain points during the year for different seasons, and you can buy them, and they just create such look. And you've got this tail here, so a dragon's tail coming down here, which is really sweet, just hanging over there. I'm not sure where the rest of it goes. Got a broomstick. Isn't it cool? So cool. I really like it. So there we go. So that was all the stuff that comes with it. And then the deck itself is beautifully packaged in this lovely tissue paper. It's got some mushroomy stickers. And again, we've got the sticker with the front of the card. So I have to save that somehow. And then this is my pocket Arboridium. So this was, as I say, the original deck from Matlock the Hare. This has come again in a bag. Let's just have a quick peek at this, because I'm quite excited to get this in pocket size. Look at this. So this is the Arboridium, the original oracle. Journey deep into the enchanted landscape of Winchett Dale to discover the secrets and magical wisdom of its most sacred tree in this beautiful 44-card oracle deck and guidebook featuring art and fables by Phil and Jacqui Lovesey, creators of White Hare Wisdom. So White Hare Wisdom must have been the first deck. I apologise, I've got that wrong. So White Hare Wisdom was obviously the first one, and they made that pocket, and I got that as pocket. Everything is connected on the sides. So this is the pocket Arboridium, and again, a bit like all the others, a fantastic guidebook, and it's a story. So, you know, the cards have a story that relates to Matlock, to Winchett Dale. So this card here that I've just opened it on is Flight. It's full colour. So there's obviously a card in there that's Flight. And then it's a whole story here. And then at the end of the story, it's got this little kind of meaning mantra kind of thing, which is really cool. So what I think I'll do is I will do a walkthrough of that as well. And then we have our Secrets of Wandwood. So this is the Kickstarter deck that I've backed, that all this has come with, and I've now got to the point of 20 minutes in, guys. I will timestamp everything. We'll open this, and then I will pause for a minute. We'll do a flick through and then come back with you. So, I don't want to rip the paper. This was a bad plan, wasn't it, doing it on screen? Right, I'm going to pause, and I'm going to come back to you in a second with an open deck. Bear with me. Made it. Apologies for that. I have got in, and look at this. So we've got a sturdy, really good 2-part box here. Nice and smooth. The Secrets of Wandwood, an enchanted woodland oracle. All round you've got these, the key, Wandwood, another one of the keys, the secrets of, oh I see, so you've got the Secrets of Wandwood. Take an enchanted journey with Matlock the Hare deep into Wandwood and discover ancient mysteries and spectacular secrets in the stunning 44-card deck and fully illustrated guidebook. A truly magical odyssey to explore and unlock a place both within and without that you'll never want to leave. How cool is this? So, 2-part box, nice and loose. Apologies, dog in the background barking at absolutely nothing at all. And then we've got, again, another fantastic guidebook. They never skimp on their guidebooks. They are amazing. tells you a little bit about Phil and Jacqui there, and then you've got the cards. And I tell you what's really nice as well is that there's minimal packaging. Lately I've had a few decks, they've got like plastic on the deck, plastic on the box, wrappers and all these sorts of things, and it really irritates me. I think by getting it this way from the creator, you know, it's done in tissue paper, I can use that for other things. There's no extra plastic packaging and it's really nicely done, which I much prefer. So we've got a guidebook and then we've got the cards. Fantastic. I'm very excited. Oh, look, already I'm excited. How gorgeous is that card? Ancestors. Okay, I'm not sure if the lighting's going to work, but let's have a look. So these are a reasonable size. I think what I'm going to do actually is take this mat out of the way. Oh, I'm so organised, everybody, aren't I? So, oh, that's better. So these cards are not too big as Oracle go. I recently got the Divine Beloved and did a video, so same size as those. Naturally, being the kind of non-prepared person I am, I happen to have my newly acquired Oak, Ash and Thorn nearby. So yeah, so they're not massive. I mean, they're bigger, obviously, as Oracle cards often are, than a standard tarot. But actually, they're not massive. They're not huge. I was worried that they were going to be enormous. I don't know why. I just thought they might be too big. But that's a fairly neat size. This kind of size I find fairly manageable. Quite nice and stiff, you can hear them, so you know, decent card stock, decent size. So there's definitely this 44 cards originally, but I think there's a 45th which was an extra. So let's have a look at the cards and then we'll just have a sneaky at the guidebook. Let's see if my camera is going to play fair. Okay, so we have this beautiful Ancestors card, all these pinks and purples. So as I say, these are all hand painted by Jacqui. Balance. Oh, look at that. So balance and nature, you've got a Bickle sprite here. Can you see? I think I'm lifting it up too high. Sorry. If I just leave it there, that's probably better. There we go. So you've got these consistencies coming across in the cards. Be inspired. Be interesting. I need to, you know, I'll need to read it with the guidebook because I suspect the stories will help me understand. But you've got a shop. Look, you've got there's a dragon's tail again. Look, there must be a card with a dragon in here somewhere. I think that's what drew me to it. Be magical. Look at that tree. It's key. It's really nice because she's got these little themes coming through that you can see in lots of the cards. Be more witchy, so you've got your Halloween pumpkin, you've got a cauldron or two, you've got the white hair witches, the League of Lid-Curving Witchery witches here. There's another one here and another little one there. So yeah, that's cool. Be surprised. I'm just going to move these out of the glare a little bit, actually. Believe. So this is the card that's on the talisman, so it's a card as well. That reminds me of a scene in The Lion Witch and the Wardrobe. So the Books of Narnia by C.S. Lewis, we had a BBC series when I was younger. And although it's slightly different, it kind of reminds me a little bit of the Beaver's House. Don't know why. Bond. These trees seem to be asleep here at the sides. Breathe. Look at these. How cute are they? I'm sure that really calling. I'm sure that there are elements in these cards that I need to really dive into the books and the stories a bit more to understand. Caring. Look, so they're sort of gathering fruit for the wind. You feel like it's autumn with the leaves and they're gathering stores and looking after each other. This character's been in a couple of cards as well already. Change. Reminds me of I'm not going to be able to say now. There's a one of the tarot decks, it might be Everyday Witch, there's a card where there's someone like on a broom and you get that sense of shooting through and something going to happen, and Obviously you've got the autumnal colours. Channeling. Chaos. That's interesting. This card is now not got the same colours in it. You know, when you go from that channeling card with the bright colours, get that sense of something, you know, this kind of sly character here. Not sure what chaos there is going to ensue from them. Oh, look at that. Cherish. The flowers, the food. This is Matlock here. Companionship, so sharing a meal. You've got a little house here. Contentment. This is going to take a while, isn't it, if I go through all of these this slowly. They're so beautiful. Decisions. Oh, look at that. All the the key and then all the locks. Which lock is it? Which key? It's like the labyrinth, isn't it? Which way shall I go? Look at this, the eye and the holding the lantern. Oh, look, dreams. Look at this owl, and he's got his patchwork blanket and his little wood stove, and there's other little creatures. And he's snuggled up warm with the snow outside and dreaming of the summer. And then there's the key again coming through. Forgive. Gratitude. Oh, look, that's like an as above, so below almost, isn't it? Thanking the earth. There's the swirl from the wand. Guidance. There's another Bickle. I'm sure they're Bickle sprites. I could be wrong. Hope. Ah, now here's the one that was on the thank you card. Hope. I'm sure that's a particular character. We're going to have to look at the book in a minute, aren't we, and find out. Kindness, look. Oh. Love. Magical harmony. Cool, that's a busy character. Manifest. Ah, now again, that was on the back of the beer mat, and I wondered about that. So yeah, that has hints of tarot with the magician, you know, manifesting, and the love it. Manifest through your teapot. Mindfulness. This is a gate. You got the owl with one, I think an owl, and then you've got your key. Nature. Oh look, the little mushroom's got a stick like Matlock. Open. Opportunity. It's a bit like chaos, the kind of going into the slightly shadow side. Oh look, I think I saw that one. Patience. I absolutely love dragons. Patience. Just wait for the egg to hatch. Pause, take a breath, sit, have a breather. Just feel that moment. Privilege. That's the holly and the oak that was on the art print, isn't it? Purpose. That looks like a bit of a fed up tree. What is my purpose here? Question. It's like the sorting hat from Harry Potter. Oh look, there's another little dragony character here as well. To see. Look at all those. It's so cute. Silence. What I also love as well is it's that kind of deck where the keyword is very subtle. It's there, but it's not taking over, and you've got all the beauty of the card. You know, I like it when my eyes are drawn to the pictures and to the card, and I can then look down at the guide, at the keyword. You know, some decks you're drawn straight to the writing, and I'm like, oh, but I want to see the picture. I want to feel it. And I think that's simplicity. That's pretty. And I think that's nice because then you can kind of just look at the picture and look at the card before you get to the word. Truth. That's beautiful, isn't it? Look at Matlock and the eyes. Really like that's pretty. Really gorgeous. Unlock. Look at the dragon. I'm going to get in there. We started watching The Hobbit with my 10-year-old. He is now. Oh, he's just 10. My 10-year-old son last night, and they've not yet got Hobbit and Lord of the Rings. I absolutely love them, and I love the books when my dad read them to me. And so you got Smaug, the fire-breathing dragon, trying to unlock the door on the side of the mountain. I know it's not that, but it's kind of, that's what it reminds me of until I've read the stories and the book and the guidebook. Wake. You've got to waking that tree up. Look, the birds waking up, the flowers are coming out, the weather's changing. You've got a squirrely creature here. Wonder. That's how I feel. Looking up at the moon some days, just looking up in awe. A couple of weeks ago, it was so big and beautiful in the sky. The sky was clear, it was gorgeous. Ah, and here's the extra card, and this is a hawthorn wand. How cool is that? So that's all the cards. Aren't they beautiful? Oh, they're so pretty. I think I'm going to really need to deep dive with this gorgeous guidebook. So here we've got the little guidebook. Let me just zoom out a fraction because I'm very close now. I hope you could see all the cards. I was so busy looking at the cards, I wasn't looking at the camera. So an enchanted woodland oracle is revealed by Matlock the Hare. So it's got introduction and how to use the deck and a glossary because of the language, and then it has all the cards. They're in alphabetical order, which is always good, with a page number, which is good. I've got one. So it's got all alphabetical order with the page numbers, which is good. I've got a couple of books, you know, it's like when they're not in alphabetical order or they don't put the page numbers and you're there for hours. So this is an introduction by Matlock the Hare. You've got even different pictures here. So it tells you a little bit about Wandwood. It tells you a little bit on a whole story about it. Wow, okay, a whole story. Brilliant. Using the deck. Method, Dale speak, so the magical Dale language. So there we go. A blink snap, a mere moment, the time it takes to blink a hare's eye. Chickle, Clotterbus, Crumlush, Drifter, Lub, Scrimbly, Ganticus, Gobflop, Gloptup, Greep, Magic, Nifferduffle, Oidy, Scristle, Sastaculus, Twinkling Lid, Twizzly. And this is the map of Winchett Dale itself, and then obviously the A5 map shows this part, the Matlock, and some of these are in the books. Over there you've got like the League of the Land of the White Hare. So obviously you've got the League of the White Hare Wisdom. You've got books that are about these different areas as well. And then you've got, and actually it tells you, so here we go. So here's the first card, and actually it's got a different title, tells you what it is. So the Sevius Rose, Ancestors. So then it's like gives you a little really nice description about it. So Lumina, guardian of the Sevius Rose, a soft pink glow moving forwards towards you. So she's guarding this special flower. And then it says, know that in times of uncertainty, Lumina is there with the light of the ancestors padding by your side, illuminating the way. And you can read the whole thing, but you've also just got that. So it's really nice that you've got a really quick. Now I'm just going to flip to, I wanted to find out what that creature was. The one on, there were a couple, weren't there? And I won't be able to find them now. Genius. So one of them was the ones that, these ones here. Wooflets, they're called. So that was those. I wasn't sure what they were. And then was it Hope? Chaos, Kindness, E-G-H-H, Hope. I'm sure it was Hope. There we go. The Midnight Chorus. Oh, Mionetti and her Midnight Cauldron of Singing Jimbles. Sorry for the jitteriness of the video. I have the dog, my brother's dog that I look after, is barking at everything in the street. Great. So that is the Secrets of Wandwood, and there's the Hawthorn Wand. So isn't that amazing? The Secrets of Wandwood. Wow, maybe the Hawthorn Wand, I think that must be the extra card, but they've actually incorporated it in the book, because that's so different to all the other cards that must be, but they've incorporated it. So that's the Secrets of, oh dear, Secrets of Wandwood. What of these days I will manage a video that actually makes it's a bit more put together. It's really beautiful. I think I'm going to have to take some time to really investigate the book, but I found another fantastic Kickstarter campaign by Phil and Jacqui. I really love their stuff. It's a lovely world, and I'd highly recommend it to anyone who likes this kind of fantasy, or, you know, it fits really nicely with animals and characters and stuff. So if you're into that kind of thing, I think you'll really like it. I will record some flip throughs and videos of some of the other decks and the other items, and I think I'll put those up separately and just link them below, because this is getting quite long. But thank you for joining me for this video. I hope you have a good day, whatever day it is for you, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.